T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys.
Yeah.
You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
People. How we doing? So, about 25 minutes ago, I set a stream and I was going to do a live reaction to Liverpool drawing Real Madrid in the Champions League round of 16. I'll get onto that because I'm not happy about that. But I'm just not happy about it. Shout out to Luke Tanner, who's called me and gone, "Have you seen the news?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? What, Liverpool, Real Madrid?" And he's like, "No, the other news." And I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" I'm thinking he's going to be like, Liverpool picked up another injury, or something's happened to this player, or Bobby's not getting an extension, something along those lines. He goes, Liverpool are being put up for sale by FSG. I start laughing, go, "Luke, stop being silly, man." Luke goes, no, I'm serious. Ornstein just reported it. All right, Luke, if you say so. Jump to my laptop. Who do I see? Ornstein has just said FSG have potentially put Liverpool up for sale. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. We got the Monday Night Live later. We're going to chop out me, Matt, and Drifty as we always do on a Monday. But let's be honest. You guys need to hear something from one of us right now. And I'm going to speak about the Real Madrid. And look, I'm not even going to be here too long, guys. 20 minutes max. Because obviously I don't want to say too much now and take away from the show later. But I had to say something. This could be flipping massive. Let me say it for the people in the back. This could be flipping massive. Whew. Let me read out the statement before I go too far. So, as tweeted by David Ornstein, Liverpool have been put up for sale by Fenway Sports Group, FSG. Sale deck has been produced for interested parties. Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley assisting a valuation process. Unclear if a deal gets done, but FSG inviting offers. Goes on to say, a statement from FSG. There have been a number of recent changes of ownership and rumours of changes in ownership at EPL clubs, and inevitably we are asked regularly about FSG's ownership in Liverpool. FSG has frequently received expressions of interest from third parties seeking to become shareholders in Liverpool. FSG has said before that under the right terms and conditions, we would consider new shareholders if it was in the best interest of Liverpool Football Club. FSG remains fully committed to the success of Liverpool both on and off the pitch. I can't explain to you how happy I am right now, but at the same time, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. And the reason I don't want to get too ahead of myself is because sales of clubs are such a fine margin of getting it right and getting it wrong. And again, I'm not even trying to make this an FSG bashing session, but when we sold the club to FSG, everyone thought, yeah, we're good. We're sorted. And for the most part, we have been. I'm not going to hear to trash FSG. Like, they've done a very good job at Liverpool. I don't think they've done a great job. I think they've done a very good job. But we all sat there and we're like, yeah, we're good. We sold it. And we did the same when we sold the club to Hicks and Gillette. We were like, yeah, we're good. They came with the quotes. We're going to put a fork in the ground and all this nonsense. They never did. So, yes, we can be joyous. Yes, we can be happy for those who want FSG to move on. But the key thing I take away from that is they're going to do what's best for them. They're a business at the end of the day, so they're going to do what's best for them. But let me tell you something. Change have to come. And change looks like it's coming. And this is what I've wanted. This is what Drifty's wanted. This is what Matt's wanted. And I don't want to turn this to an FSG in versus FSG out. That's not what this is about. This is just me speaking on behalf. And look, I always say I can't speak on behalf of other Liverpool fans, especially Matt and Drift. They're their own men. But right now I can speak on their behalf, confidently saying this is phenomenal news. We've seen how he started the season. We've seen the lack of investment over the last few years. We've seen how other teams are starting to catch us and potentially pass us. This is massive. And look, I've ordered some stuff off Amazon this morning in the hope that, you know, I just triggered a memory of someone who owns Amazon. Bezos, are you listening? I've got a few things. Firstly, the timing of this. Kieran Maguire, financial expert, put out Man City's accounts this morning, if I'm not mistaken. And look, I'm not going to make any bones about it. I'm just going to shoot straight from the hip. If I get cancelled, if I get put in trouble for it, fair dues, I'll take it on the chin. Man City's accounts are dodgy as F. They just are. Like, they're cheating in broad daylight. And look, this isn't me going at Man City fans because they have nothing to do with this. And if I was a Man City fan, I'd probably be celebrating all the success. Not probably. I would be celebrating all the success. It's the same thing when we see players cheat against us, or if we cheat against, we turn a blind eye if our players do it, but we'll up in arms if a player does it to our players. It's the same thing. Man City fans are at no fault here, and I don't think Man City fans should be blamed. But the club are doing dirty and have been doing dirty and continue to be doing dirty. So I wonder if this has had a bearing on FSG's situation, because let's be honest, FSG bought Liverpool Football Club in the notion of if FFP works, we're good. And let's be honest, if FFP was a thing, we'd probably have the best owners in the league potentially. But it's not a thing, and we know what the system is. So maybe that's influenced their decision. Also, remember a Mike Ashley at Newcastle. Whenever a transfer window was coming up, or there was talk about Newcastle needing reinforcements, he'd always say the club's up for sale. And then he'd always use that as an excuse to not invest. So again, I put that to you. I'm not even going to discuss that further. We'll chop that up later. I'm just throwing out little nuggets here just to get you guys thinking. Selling the club or selling a stake. In their statement, they were very clear that people have been wanting to buy stakes in the club. But that's because they've never put the club up for sale. It's going to be very interesting. You've had people like Redbird Capital buy a stake in FSG but not touch Liverpool. It's going to be very interesting to see whether Liverpool and FSG are going to remain in some sort of a partnership, or if it's going to be a complete fracture and a complete break and a complete goodbye, thank you. That's what I'm interested in, because let's be honest, FSG have us on their portfolio. We're the biggest thing on their portfolio. Will they want to lose that from their portfolio? I don't know. So, the other question is, who buys us? And look, I'm seeing briefly in the comments are going really fast, so bear with me, guys. I'm seeing in the comments people saying it's got to be Arab money, it's got to be oil money. Then it brings in the questions of morality. We saw what happened when Newcastle got bought out. There was people talking about human rights and stuff like that, and rightly so. That stuff should be spoken about. But I just want to say to you guys, 3.6 billion or 4 billion, let's call it 4 billion, which is probably what we're worth at the moment. Let's be honest, guys, it's stupid money. But let's not act like there aren't billionaires out there who would buy Liverpool like that, guys. Come on now. And this is what I've got to say. Todd Boehly. No one knew of Todd Boehly before he bought Chelsea. For what we know, he's not an oil merchant or oligarch or anything like that. He's not state-owned. But he's a billionaire. Jeff Bezos has been looking. Elon Musk is a billionaire. So this notion of it's got to be someone from the Middle East with a checkered past, or it doesn't have to be. Now, granted, would I like someone without a checkered past? Yes. But you guys are going to straight away say to me, name me a billionaire who hasn't got a checkered past. But I'm going to throw back saying, I don't want to tar everyone with the same brush. There are people out there who have probably amassed their millions and billions in a good way. What I am saying to you guys, though, is let's be real. Billionaires don't sit there on Twitter and go, hi guys, I'm a billionaire. They don't. I know some very wealthy people who'd walk down the street and you'd walk past them guys and you wouldn't have a clue because they don't throw it out there and let people know. Just because there aren't billionaires out there queuing up to let everyone know they're billionaires doesn't mean there aren't billionaires, especially billionaires who want to buy Liverpool Football Club. Matt and Drifty know someone personally. So guys, we gotta take our heads away from that narrative. We have to. And we just hope and pray that if FSG are serious about selling, that we get the right person in. And you're going to be seeing me do a lot of that if we get the right person in. Because we take over the world. And let's think about it. The stadium infrastructure is all there. Training complex is all there. Fan base goes without saying. Manager, majority of the players, youth academy, worldwide acclaim. We have such an infrastructure. All we need is someone at the top who's willing to spend a bit more money. If we have that, and we also have Klopp, who changes his mindset on being too loyal to certain players, oh my goodness, we're cooking. We're everyone's worst nightmare. We go from being laughed at to being, oh crap, it's Liverpool Football Club. We go from saying, oh, we want Bellingham, and fans going, you ain't getting Bellingham too. We want Bellingham. Oh, flipping hell, Liverpool are going to get Bellingham. Liverpool are going to get this person. Liverpool are going to get that person. We go from having conversations about Haaland saying, we ain't paying his wages, and Kylian Mbappe too, we ain't paying his wages, to Liverpool living for Mbappe. Oh, man. Liverpool get Mbappe, it's a madness. Because it'll be Diaz and Mbappe swapping wings. Oh, people. As you can tell, I'm very happy. I'm going to read out some of these super chats before I quickly mention the Real Madrid stuff. So, LFC R786 says, Cal, told you they know they can't compete. Seems like it. Monkey King says, FSG out. Jeez, Gal, give us up. Jay says we need an emergency calling. I can't today, bro. My day is so busy. Like, me even doing this is a bit of a madness. My day is so busy. Omar says, if that's right, then no Jan patching up. Champions League done. Omar, that's my concern as well. And shout out to Luke, because that was one of the first things he said to me on the phone as well when he told me about this. That is one of my concerns, but we're going to chop that up tonight. Jade Activist, big up Jay, says the Bezos, please. Sultan says some Qatari sheikh. Again, if the Qatari sheikh hasn't got a mad history or anything like that, go for it. Jay says FSG is moving to minority ownership. Again, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Commercially, FSG are fantastic. If they can help us commercially, then yeah, I'm all for it. Anissa says, as they say, be careful what you wish for. But bruv, if whatever owner buys us that is rich and loves our football club, like the fans, watch out. Tell him again. Big up Nisa. It's been a little while. H says, waiting out on who we get a hum to buy, but tell Drift to get the quad yacht ready. Tell him again, H. Ash says, yo, Elon, get the big bag ready, Elon. We'll see. Jay says, anyone but Elon. So Jay's not on that. Voice of Reason says, Cal, how you capture an audience is elite, bro. Big up yourself, Voice of Reason. I really appreciate that. Lovely, kind, also very humbled to hear that, because you guys are the reason why we have this platform, and you guys help us to grow every day, both this and personally. So big up to all of you. Sean P says, it says on Sky FSG rejected a 3 billion offer in April. So who was that? Again, we've said this stuff on the channel before. Without blowing our trumpets, and the reason why we never call out names is because we want to respect the people who give us certain information. We want to respect the people who have got ties or potential ties to the club. We knew about this stuff, but we're not ITKs, and I will quit YouTube and content creation before I get quoted or being an ITK. I'm not an ITK, never want to be, never have been. Neither is Matt, neither is Drifty. Kopish are not ITKs. But I promise you, we find out a lot of information before you guys probably would find out. But the reason we don't say is because we want to remain respectful, but we also have to be mindful that we have a platform here, and we don't want to just say things just to garner clicks or just to get following. We want to build our following properly, and that's not something we want to do around here. But believe me, we have a lot of information we sit on. Callum says, just no more being run like an American sports team. The format doesn't work. Agreed. Voice of Reason says, would you be okay not spending in Jan if FSG were going? Oh, you know what? Voice of Reason, bruv. I'm going to write this question down because I think that's something me and Matt Drift have to speak about later. I'm actually literally writing it. Would you be okay not spending in Jan? I can't answer it. I have to think on that, and I have to get the brothers' opinions on that as well. Shimron said we need owners who are enamored of the game. Facts. I want football lovers at Liverpool, not business people. I want football lovers with business acumen. There's a big difference between businessmen who want a football club and football lovers who have business acumen. That's what I want. That's what we need at Liverpool. But as I said, guys, I'm not going to spend too long. I'm going to quickly touch on Real Madrid being drawn against Liverpool in the round of 16 Champions League. I'm going to be real with you. I'm livid about it. I made no bones about it. I'm livid. I did not want Real Madrid. In fact, they are the last team I wanted. I'd have rather PSG. I'd have rather Bayern Munich. I would have rather anyone. They feel as though they are to us what we are to Porto, in my opinion. And that's why I'm worried about Real Madrid, and especially the fact that they've improved their midfield this season as well. I'm worried, man. I am worried about that fixture. The only way I see us getting through that fixture is if we add in January and all of our players are fit. And because of this news with FSG, I don't think we'll add in January. And just knowing our luck, I don't think we'll have all of our players fit either. Second leg's at the Bernabeu as well, which again doesn't make it easier because Real Madrid know they can come and stifle us at Anfield because they've stifled us plenty of times. You look at the second leg when they had the 3-1 lead, they stifled us. You look at the most recent game, stifled us. 2018, stifled us. So it does worry me a little bit. But we have to beat who we have to beat if we're going to try and win the Champions League. But between now and then, we have to make sure we pick up points in the league and put ourselves back in the top 4 conversation. And look, shout out to Matt and Drift who did the watch along and the review yesterday. I wasn't able to. But that result against Spurs was massive, especially with how the results went against the other teams. Man United losing, Chelsea losing. It was massive for us. Really, really big getting those 3 points. And hopefully that may continue. We need to beat Southampton now before the World Cup and really hope that the other teams drop points as well. I see 1892 Red podcast. Big up yourself, Luke and Rick. Luke, I missed your call. Sorry, bro. We will catch up. I know why you're calling me because of this news. But yeah, just to recap, guys, I'll go over some more super chats. But I'm not happy about the Real Madrid draw, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. But I'm very happy about the FSG news. So right now, I'm on cloud 9. Big up Zabiri. I really wanted to get Zabiri's opinion on this. Managers get players they don't want all the time, but mostly low quality. Could shift to some big names with bad attitudes to disrupt the manager/players. Very true, Zabiri. But if there's one thing I trust about Liverpool's recruitment is that we are going to get players with the right attitude. And I think we're going to learn a lot about Klopp if we do get new owners. I'm talking about a lot about Klopp if and when we get new owners. R. Thompson 94 says FSG saw we drew Real Madrid and dips. What are you saying? They don't want that on their record again, no? I hear that. But look, people, I'm going to wrap up here. I said I was only going to do 20 minutes. Matt Becquezet says PR team unstoppable. Excuse no Jan spend now then. Again, we're going to speak about that later because the timing is very shady. It is November. The timing is shady. And obviously, we've got the World Cup. People, as I said, I was going to make this a short one. Please make sure you join us. We'll be live at either 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. UK time this evening. Guys, on the agenda tonight, we've got obviously FSG putting Liverpool up for sale. We've got Real Madrid and Liverpool being drawn in the Champions League. Cody Gakpo rumours. The Trent interview where he speaks about his recent form and things like that. We've also got a birthday shout out for someone special in the Kopish community as well. And I really want to delve in and speak about this Naby Keita situation. I've got a little theory and I'm going to leave on this bombshell. I don't think he's injured. But anyway, people, I'm going to chop that out later. Enough love, enough respect. Thank you all for joining the short show, and we'll see you later this evening. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish, and we are out, people. Blah, blah, blah.